Hey God's people, hopefully the day is going well and that it's, hopefully it's been a blessing thus far for you all. So this video is going to be about perception. I've done videos about perception in the past, and I've also told, my followers in that video to ask God to fix your perception on the way you view things in life, in all aspects of your in life. I would ask him to help me with my perception in all aspects of life. That is what I pray for. And anyway, like I said, this video is going to be about perception, and I'm going to use one of my life situations, one of my life experiences with you all. I'm going to use that as an example, and hopefully this video will help somebody, at least plant the seed in your mind to pray to God to fix your perception and help you to see things through his eyes, and see things in life with common sense, knowledge, and wisdom. I know common sense and knowledge is like the same, but to see things with knowledge and wisdom anyway. So I was dating this guy, and this happened last year actually, and I hadn't even been dating him for long. It was like I talked to him, then stopped, and then started back talking to him. So it wasn't a relationship, it was just dating. I don't view dating anyone as a relationship, so it was just dating. We were just seeing what it could be. So this was the beginning to the ending of the dating with him. I don't even know if that just made sense, but the second time, 'cause like I said, I talked to him, then stopped, and then start talking to him again. So in the second time, I was starting a business. I wasn't starting a business. I had just got a storefront, and I had to prepare that to be open. And he was getting a new car. He had to move, so he's getting upgraded to a new place, new house. And this guy had his stuff together. Not to say that I didn't, but he had his stuff together on another level. On a level higher than what I was on, in other words. And we're dating or whatever, and one time he wasn't reaching out to me as much, and I definitely wasn't reaching out to him at all, because I had this perception on life, like a man is supposed to contact me. I'm not supposed to contact him, only him contact me, and that's the end. That's the way I viewed things, that's the way I viewed a healthy, relationship. No, that's not the mindset to have. Anyhow, he contacted me after maybe like 2 weeks of not talking at all, and for me, I was just done. I didn't have nothing to say to him, so I was like, I didn't answer. When he finally contacted me, I didn't answer. And then a few days went by. I remember I went out to California. He contacted me on 4th of July. I'll never forget, because I was in California, and I won't forget. So he contacted me on 4th of July, and he goes and he says, hey, it's been a while, we haven't spoke or whatever. And I believe he was trying to invite me over to see his new place or something. Like, it was something toward, in that, something like that. And I told him, I finally contacted him back, and in my heart of hearts, I didn't want to stop getting to know him, but I was trying to play like I don't want to be bothered with you, something that, again, a perception problem. Like, no, I shouldn't even be thinking like that. At 32 years old, I should not be viewing it, playing games with people, mind games with people's heads, No, it's either you want to talk to him still, or you don't. Don't sit and act like you don't want to talk to somebody and you really do. That's mind games. So that was one thing that was just wrong with me, and then I go and I tell him, I haven't heard from you in a long time, so no, I don't want to talk to you or whatever. And he texted me back, and he was like, he went in on me, and I really couldn't help the way he went in on me, he could have handled it. He could have handled the situation differently and his wording differently, because he, you know, was being petty and threw in on my $100,000 car and my $500,000 house, and I'm gonna continue tending to that, and I don't ever want to hear from you again. So that's kind of in the range of what he said to me. Those are words that he said to me. I'm not gonna go into depth on the whole message, but those were things that he said to me, and I feel like he could have handled it differently. He didn't have to throw up all that, you know, and I wouldn't be missing anything because those things were not mine. But at the end of the day, this guy wasn't, you know, from my opinion, he wasn't a bad person. It was probably somebody that I could have benefited from knowing. But what it did, that whole circumstance, that whole situation, it really helped me to think about it like Mercedes. You know, it is not just a man's job to check in on you. You know, when you both are busy, both have busy schedules, it's not just their job. You don't have to wait for them to contact you first. It's not always the truth. If someone is not contacting you, it's because they're really not into you. You know, that's not always the truth. It could be just because they're just as busy as you. And then we always think about, I go back to that, you know, because I was going back and forth, like, people make time for what, you know, they make time for what they want, and, you know, what they want in life. They're going to make time for it. If they really want something, they'll make time for it. So I was going back and forth with that, you know, like, oh, he must not really be into me, but that really was not the truth necessarily. And I just feel like, even if it was the truth, that situation in my life that came about with that person that I was pursuing, you know, it showed me something about myself. I can't sit and wait for one. So if I'm dating someone, I cannot sit and wait for that person to just contact me. That person's putting in all the effort to get to know me. That person's putting in all the effort to learn me. You know, like, I mean, that person's putting in all the effort in the relationship, and I'm putting in none. I'm sitting there waiting for them to contact me. Like, no. If you're doing that, then I suggest that you no longer do that. Ask God to fix your perception, because that is not the right way to think. And I thought that way for so long, you know, because I dated somebody for years that I didn't have to contact them. You know, they contacted me. They pursued me, you know, and that was not a healthy relationship. And I really didn't know the difference. So this message, this video, is for someone that has a perception the way I used to have it and used to think. It's unhealthy. It's not correct. You know, you have to put in forth the effort to get to know the person that you're pursuing, the person that's pursuing you, just as much as them. It's 50-50, you know, even when you get in a relationship. After pursuing them, and once you know, you guys are in a relationship, besides dating, you know, it has to be continuous of putting in forth 50% of the effort. And this is the video, you know, God loves you. I love you as well. Ask God to fix your perception on the way you think. Ask Him to show you the things that are not of Him, the things that you're doing that He does not approve of, and things that you should fix. And He'll show you, and you'll change, and life will be better, you know. You'll have a better outlook on everything, not just relationships. So yeah, like I said, God loves you. I love you as well. And until next time.